All right, what up, my tubers? We're back for another Arena Cube here, and yeah, just like yesterday, or I believe what was yesterday, where we forced the Rakdos sacrifice strategy in the Arena Cube here. Let's go in and maybe force another archetype of some variety based on what we can get in this pack. Maybe we try a little bit of Mill. Could try forcing the Mill deck here. Maybe first pick Ashiok could be a thing. Although, I guess Ashiok is much more likely to wheel, and then instead maybe taking the Thief of Sanity makes a lot of sense. Let's try that instead. So this is going to be another forced archetype draft. This one is going to be a lot harder to do, though, than some of the other strategies, just because you are looking for very specific cards as opposed to, you know, generally good cards in specific colors. Because if I was just drafting like blue-black, you know, we could end up with a good deck, of course. But now that I'm drafting specifically Mill, it might be a little bit harder. So let's take the Thief of Sanity here. Let's try to wheel the Ashiok. And I'm going to go in trying to force the Mill deck. So you have to realize that a card like Teferi's Tutelage should wheel, right? And maybe this is just me talking myself into not taking a second pick, Discover the Formula, but and I think this is actually just correct anyways. I think you're supposed to take the Discover the Formula here and try to wheel the Tutelage. Now, if I wanted to hardcore force it, I would just take the Tutelage here, but I don't think that's right. I'm just debating if this is what we really want to do. It's such a bad signal to pass Discover the Formula. But the Tutelage is clearly the card that goes into the Mill deck. But just like Ashiok, I think the Tutelage can probably wheel. So let's take the Discover the Formula here. And what we're looking for, I think, more than anything, is like the Patient Rebuilding. I think that's the #1 Mill card, because it's just such a good win con that fuels you up. All right, another fantastic pack here for Mill. I'm going to take the Memory Lapse. And we can probably wheel one of these blue-black cards, the Clock, the Contempt, or the Discovery. The thing about Memory Lapses is that it's so good with Mill because you can permanently get rid of the card after you Memory Lapse a lot of the time. Kind of nice there. Ooh, well, this is working out better than I expected. Let's be real. So I opened Thief of Sanity with Ashiok. I got past Tutelage with Discover the Formula. And now we're getting a crab here, 4th pick. So this is working out perfectly. Normally, I would just take like Wilderness Reclamation or Mind Stone, and I think you could probably take the Reclamation here and try to wheel the crab. But unlike the Tutelage, I think I'm just going to take the crab and not risk it not coming back. Not a great pack for the Mill deck. Let's see. We don't really want Eben, Legion Knight. We don't really want Illyrios for any reason. We don't really want Field of the Dead. Is there a card in a different color we might play? Maybe the Cultivate. But it's not like green is going to give us much in the way of milling. But I think that's still going to be the choice here. Yeah, I don't think we need Field of the Dead or the Illyrios. Let's take the Cultivate. I don't know if I'm going to end up running it or whatever, but I think it makes sense. Easy Tezzeret here. I think the quote-unquote Mill deck often just ends up being more of like a blue-black control deck that has some mill elements. I don't actually think the Ruin Crab is all that good. It mills a lot of cards, but like I said, you want the consistent mill cards that give you extra value, like Tutelage and Patient Rebuilding. But we'll take the Tez here. Inquisition of Kozilek's great, so is Saw It Coming. I think there are plenty of counter spell type cards in the cube, so I think we want to take the Inquisition here for some just hand disruption, because there are a bunch of other replaceable counter spell effects. So yeah, Inquisition easy here for me. Into a Thirst, a Map, or a Disdainful Stroke. All fantastic choices. I think we don't need to take the Thirst as highly because we're going to end up with a lot of other black removal. I think the Stroke could be a very good choice, but Treasure Map helps us find our relevant cards. Okay, somebody did take the Ashiok, which is a big surprise to me, I think. So now I'm a little bit less likely, I think, to get tutelage back on the wheel. Which kind of sucks. Priest of Forgotten Gods is not what we want here. Aetherborn's okay, Alrund's okay. I think we'll go for the value of the Alrund. And okay, so that's not a good sign since we're trying to go mill. Somebody took my Ashiok and somebody took my tutelage. I think that's fine though. We can still end up with a pretty solid start to a different type of mill deck. It's just not going to have some of the other good mill cards. We are wheeling a bunch of other cards though, so that's fine. But yeah, we're gonna be big on the lookout for like Patient Rebuilding, the 4-mana Jace. What other cards mill a lot of cards? I'm not quite sure. But yeah, if I just end up with like Crab and Thief of Sanity, that's not going to be as exciting. I know people are going to yell at me for taking Discover the Formula over tutelage, but I think that was the right choice. Similarly, Thief over Ashiok I think is absolutely the right choice. It looks like just somebody else might have moved into their colors, so no big deal. Okay, pack number 2. Sadly, the Timurit Calls the Dead does not mill ourselves. Yeah, and like I said, we're going to be a baseline blue-black control deck with some mill elements, so what goes best into that deck from this pack? Probably just the Behold the Multiverse. Yep, we don't want any of these other cards. Behold's great. I would guess that we're unlikely to see Patient Rebuilding this pack, because whoever we were passing and took the Ashiok and tutelage will probably scoop up Patient Rebuilding if they see it. Okay, what do we got here? For us, there's a Champion of Wits, Into the Royal. Those are the 2 choices for blue-black. Other good cards are like Bolt, some green cards that do good stuff. Bounce is good, Champion's good. What do we want more? I think I like the Into the Royal a little bit more than anything else here. Let's go ahead and take that. Good early interaction. Another pretty nice pack. Alrund's Epiphany, I think, is a nice choice here. This is especially good with any of the cards that, you know, mill, because you can get extra triggers. Just a great card otherwise. Brazen Borrower, fantastic. Poison the Cup, Muldrifter, also fine. An easy Epiphany there for me, though. Glass, Pool, Mimic, or a Lolth? Yeah, both are solid. I guess I'll take the Planeswalker here. Can draw some extra cards, give us a little bit of value. Seems fine. Thassa's Oracle. Okay, we could also do some self-mill nonsense. I guess the Crab only mills opponents. But I think self-milling is usually even better in this format anyways than milling out the opponent. I'm going to take the Oracle. I haven't taken a single blue-black land yet, which is pretty uncharacteristic of me, but I don't even know how many of those we've actually seen. Let's take the Infernal Grasp here. The Seagate Stormcaller would be maybe okay. Hermit's good. I think we want some more cheap removals. Sign in Blood does technically target a player. Kolaghan's Command, the best card in this pack, but okay, we'll take the Sign in Blood. It's kind of funny. Seagate Restoration, Neutralize, Counter, or Seagate. I think here Seagate's probably the choice, especially since we've now taken the Thassa's Oracle. We can pretty easily win through that just by casting like a singleton Restoration, it feels like. Alright, last few choices here probably don't matter if we're just straight up in blue-black. How many other mill cards are there in this format? The Crab, Thief. We saw the Ashiok and the Tutelage in pack 1. Is it just the patient rebuilding? I can't remember how many other cards like mill an opponent in some way. Is it just patient so maybe forcing mill's not even really a thing in this format. We got Champion of the Wits back on the wheel. Because if you can only get 5 cards that mill the opponent, and the Thief of Sanity has to hit the opponent to even mill them, then maybe it's not truly what you're supposed to be doing. Oh, no, and the Jace, right. So 6 cards. Crab, Thief, Ashiok, Jace, Patient Rebuilding, and Thief of Sanity, or whatever I said. Tutelage. Yeah, I guess that makes it a lot harder to force this type of strategy. So I think in the end, maybe you just run them, and it's awkward that Crab's in the format then. Maybe you just run them as more value cards, or cards that are good individually, you know, and not necessarily plan on milling out the opponent fully. We get a lot of last few pickups here that don't matter. Baral's Expertise. Alright, we finally found some fixing. We're gonna definitely just take this Watery Grave. My first land here in pack 3. It's really low for me. Expertise is good. Arena's decent. Sensor's good. Easy Grave. Baral. Fatal Push. Yeah, this is probably just a Fatal Push. Another really solid piece of removal. Seems good. I guess the only difference we could have seen was, instead of this Discover the Formula, I could have had a Tutelage, but yeah, I'm not sure there was actually too much mill we could have done. Because again, I think the Thief of Sanity over Ashiok was 100% the correct choice. And we haven't seen Jace or Patient Rebuilding, so could just be a little bit of bad luck. Normally I would just take Maze Mind Tome here, but I think this is another pathway choice since, again, very, very low on the fixing. Intervention, there's a Dismiss and a Solundi Vision here, both pretty good. Kind of like taking the Dismiss since we don't have many 4-drops right now. Do that. Oh, okay, so there is another mill card. It's the Folio. Well, this one sucks. Yeah, but this is, I guess, so that makes 7 mill cards in the format. This card's pretty bad, though, in my opinion. Man, the last few drafts I've done, the Flicker deck has just been super open. I think here what I'm supposed to do is either take the Counterspell or the Temple of Deceit and then just wheel the Folio, right? That's got to be the right choice. Pretty hard to pass up just good old Counterspell, but man, what a pack. Temple, Mauling, Shark, Folio, Counterspell. All great choices. There's a Silumgar's Command, that's a nice one. Okay. Languish is great as well, so is Elspeth's Nightmare. Hot damn. I think Elspeth's Nightmare might be one of the best black cards in this format. It's just so freaking good. But I wonder if we need Languish a little bit more in this particular deck, just for the mass removal. I think that's right, even though it feels bad. Great pack though, Languish, Nightmare, Solemn, Supreme Will. We would play all of those cards. One more chance for me to get like Patient Rebuilding or Jace. We didn't, we got stupid sexy Thassa. So the Flicker deck, very much a thing. I guess we're just taking Chardacourse here. Alright, and back to the wheels. Arena wheeled, Brainstorm wheeled, Expertise wheeled. How good is Baral's in this deck? Probably just okay. I don't think Brainstorm's very good without consistent shuffle effects, so maybe just Arena here. Maybe we can cut this Sign in Blood instead. Don't think we want Thrix. Icy's really solid, but I don't know if it's actually a card you ever end up running. Okay, no wheels there. Yeah, I'm a little bit sad. We saw, what, 4 mill cards, but we only got 2 of them. Because one of them was in the pack with the thief, and then the other was the tutelage, which was just taken, so... Good beats. Don't think this is necessarily a Lawless Spider Queen deck, then. There's the folio. Okay, got it. I'm gonna try to play it. Gonna cut the Spider Queen here. Let's see, we have Restoration and Salundi, which can act as 2 more lands. So maybe I only need to cut 1 more card here. Maybe just Chart a Course seems fine. Each opponent mills cards equal to the number of cards in their hand. Each opponent draws X cards, or each player draws X cards. Okay. So yeah, we can probably get away with 16 straight up land cards, because then we have the 2 DFC lands. So I don't know if I would call this truly blue-black mill, but it's pretty adjacent. 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can go maybe 1 more island down, 1 more swamp up because of the 2 blue DFCs. Maybe that makes sense. Although I need the blue a lot earlier. No, let's just go back up. Alright, so we've got Crab, Folio, and Thief, and then we have a bunch of control elements. Could have had a tutelage to go along, but like I said, I think this is good. Alright. Let's force the mill. Let's see how this does. From here on out, we might be trying to force some like hardcore, straightforward aggro decks. I think the white aggro and the red aggro are probably the best, although I guess I haven't even seen anybody play black, like straight up mono black aggro. I'm sure that's actually fine. You get a lot of good cards. And then you're gonna get like super late cards like Obliterator because nobody wants those. See that being a thing. Alright, on the play here for our first game. Decent looking hand. A couple removal spells and whatnot. Oh yeah, we get a push down an elf. Absolutely. Foretell our Epiphany on turn 2, and then if, depending on what they're playing, they might have a really hard time with the Thief of Sanity. Green, black. Okay. So they're going to need some black removal here, otherwise the Thief is going to start doing some business. And that is not a removal spell. Let's go ahead and take a peek at 3, mill him 2. So since this is cast, you cannot take lands with Thief. I guess here we need to kill their Augur of Autumn before they can get some extra value off of it, though. So let's go ahead and grasp the Augur and foretell our Epiphany, or sorry, our Behold. That's fine. They even get to mill themselves a little bit, sure. Arn and an Immortal Sun. Let's attack for 2, see what we go hit. I guess we brick. Behold and look for a swamp. Awkward. I guess we're gonna keep the counterspell and bottom the champion, and then we did hit. Although I wonder if it's actually better to get the treasure map online. I think I'm gonna actually get the treasure map online and start the Scry biz. Damn, it's too bad. Alright, Thief of Sanity gets discarded, or sacrificed. We want to keep a swamp. Don't think so. I'm not gonna scry on upkeep anymore. just draw for turn. And since I'm going to have to discard a card, I wonder if I don't even play out the grave this turn. But then I'm one away from Epiphany. Eldest Reborn is either going to hit my Thief or their Karn. Yeah, I think we can wait a turn. Let's just play the Arena out and pass. Hold up Counterspell, discard the Watery Grave. Yep, let's counter that. It's too big. They can get it back with Eldest Reborn, but I think I'm willing to accept that. More card draw. Discover. I'm gonna main phase this to try to hit some land drops. I think I found some lands, indeed. Alright. What if they just grab Beanstalk, or if they grab Thief, or if they grab Karn? They are going to grab the Walker, sure. We do not want to give them the Great Henge. Although the Great Henge is a forced draw. Oh, that's also a forced draw. If we can find Languish here, I'm going to mill them out pretty well. Let's go ahead and upkeep map, flip it in scry. Yeah, we're definitely keeping that one. Okay, so now we can go main phase, crab, land, mill 3. Time walk, get some birds. Let us see. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. They have 11 cards left in their deck. Let's go ahead and discover. There's the Languish. Mill 3. 8 cards left. I have 14 cards. Do I just want to wrath their board and make them draw 3 cards here? I kind of do. Do I? I guess I don't need to Languish yet. We can probably just Inquisition and Champion. They have a Noxious Gearhulk in their hand. Alright. Land. Oh, we're pretty close to winning with Oracle, too. Land Dismiss or Land Restoration? And discard Dismiss. I can cast the Restoration next turn and draw 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and discard Dismiss then. They probably just kill my Ruin Crab with their Gearhulk, I would think. Not sure why they're continuing to use Karn. They're not 5 cards in their deck now. Yep. It's expected. The crab dies. So we just want to do a bunch of chumping here. Right? We don't want to actually kill the Reaper yet, because that draws them an extra card. I'm at 8 cards left in my deck. Oh, do I just win? Seagate Restoration is a draw 5? No, I'm close. They have 4 cards left, so yeah, let's Languish here. Make them draw 3. Play land. I think we're just gonna pass and hold up Royal. They're dead next turn. Doesn't matter. They have no cards left in their deck. Sure. Alright, we actually got the win with Mill. Very nice. With some help from the opponent. Karn Uptick and Midnight Reaper. Drawing some extra cards. In addition to what, like Mire Triton milled a couple cards. It's kind of funny. Not how I expected to win, but like I said, baseline mill decks are truly just blue-black control decks in disguise. We almost milled both players out. We milled them out for the win, but we were like a turn away from winning with Thassa's Oracle. I don't think I could have won last turn. Right, Restoration drew 5. I go down to 5. I wouldn't have enough mana after the fact, I don't think, but there might have been a way. Anyway. Good stuff. Go on to the next, try to do it again. For shame, though. In the end, I did end up drafting another blue deck, but this is not like the normal blue decks. I would definitely call this a different strategy than the previous. Another green deck. We are on the draw. Hey, we found our folio this time. Double green. Outland Liberator. Yeah, we're just gonna kill that off now before we can let them flip or anything like that. The goose is loose. Alright. And a pass. Let's just get this arena popping off then. Red, green. Okay, so they probably are a somewhat aggressive strategy then. Yeah, Chariot's pretty gross. I need to find a way to deal with the Chariot. I could bounce the Chariot into memory lapsing it and then milling it with folio? It's not great, but it might be the play. I don't think I'm supposed to royal their cat this turn, or last turn, before they can crew, because they could just play a different creature to crew the Chariot anyways. Garrick Unleashed. Well, that's also a problem. I guess I'm going to memory lapse that then. And then when they crew the Chariot, I'm just going to bounce it for the turn. We just need to kind of buy some time. Okay, bounce the Chariot. Don't take any damage this turn. Feed the Swarm. Oh, there we go. That's a perfect draw. Okay. Well, now I don't even need to bother playing the folio and milling. We're going to counter one of their spells this turn and probably just bounce the cat. Yep. Counter target non-creature, return target permanent to its owner's hand. Great turn there for us. Let's see, I can mill them for 5 next turn if I wanted to. We want to put a stop on their draw step. Pass. Let them draw the card. They're up to 5, and then we mill 5 here. Opponent's kind of stuck on mana right now too, so it's nice that they're not able to deploy too many resources at any given time.
I like animals better than people.
Right, those are good. So it's what, 3 to mill? So 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I'm a mana short. I mill them for 5 again, they go to 19. Yeah, I think we want to just thirst this turn, look for something. Aha, Krabby Patty, that's a nice one. Okay, now we go discard Swamp, play Crab, play land and mill 3, and just say go and hold up Counterspell, not mill them out here. I'm gonna take like 6 from the beast this turn, but hopefully they just tap out for something random and that we get to counterspell, and then we get to go back to using folio. Yep. Easy's counter. Pump up the beast, hit me for 6. Yep.
Out of our way.
I go to 8. I can then feed the swarm the token for no life loss. Ah, that was another really good draw. Okay. Mill them 3. 17 cards left. Yeah, let's get the value on the token for 0. Then we're gonna pass here. I guess I could make both players draw 3 cards, but I think we just want to mill them for 4 here after draw step. Alright, they're down to 12. We can Fatal Push the next beast that they make. Lundy Vision end of turn here for some extra value as well. Try to find a little bit more stabilization. Ranger class, okay. Domri. Yep. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to Fatal Push because they're gonna try to fight my crab. Okay. They might just try to kill me with the goose too, actually. Yeah, we're pretty close to dead here. Dang it. They have 12 cards left in their deck, and I'm gonna go to 2 here from the arena. Make each player draw. Yeah, I just lose to the Garrick next turn. I guess I have to languish. Let's go Inquisition. Okay, both of those are super expensive. Land, mill them 3. Languish. Pass. Yeah, I think they got me just by a little bit. So I'm just dead to arena next turn. And they have enough pressure on the board. Not sure if there's anything I can draw. 8 cards. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm gonna be a little bit short. I guess if I top deck... Let's see, what can I top deck? Because I can also make each player draw a card on my upkeep before the arena would kill me. But I would need to live through their next turn, which I don't actually think I'm going to be able to do. Yeah, especially with Garrick giving trample next turn.
Unfortunately for you, they're quite hungry.
No, those don't do it. I think that's probably game then. They would go to 7 cards. I would put them to 2 cards left. Is there anything I can draw with, like... Need 2 cards that I could draw here. Don't think so. Oh, that'll do her. GG's. I might have messed up somewhere in there. I'm sure there was. Maybe instead of milling them with the folio, I should have drawn extra cards for 1 cycle. But I'd have to pay 4 mana to draw 2? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Or maybe it was that... Maybe it was not milling the Garrick? No, but if I don't mill... Or if I mill the Garrick, then they get to resolve the Chariot, which is just as bad, basically. It's tough. Good interactive game, though. We were pretty close. 1 more turn cycle and we would have done it. Let's see. Could I not have used Languish on the Gilded Goose? No. So if I play Thief of Sanity, block the Goose. Again, the Garrick gives it trample. And that kills me, so. Yeah, good beats. Good bees, good beaties. How do we like this hand on the draw? Not really, but it's okay. It's actually fine versus a creature deck or a control deck, depending on what they are. Provided I find a blue source, of course. Jeez. Alright, give me an island, please. Uh-oh, that's not good. And remember, I have like 11 blue sources to 8 black, so... This is kind of unfortunate here. Wow, okay. Well... I guess maybe it was not meant to be, because these are some really bad draws. We're gonna Infernal Grasp their Harvester when it attacks. Wonder why they didn't give it lifelink. Not like they can do anything else with the energy. Hey, blue source. Okay. Well, we're just gonna pass with Memory Lapse open then. Ooh, that's really good. They stole my Champion of Wits, and I can put it on top of my library. That worked out. Positions expert. Alright, I think I'm gonna give them the folio then. Yeah, I don't... They can take that. We don't want that piece of crap. Do we even want a champion this turn, though? I guess we do. We're definitely getting rid of Fatal Push. Oh, I should have tapped... oh, no, I couldn't have tapped the other way. Never mind. So Fatal Push and maybe Oracle discard. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm okay trading here. Oh, debated. I get to eat my Champion of Wits now. Sure. Maybe they play another creature, that'd be good. Yeah, gonna just have to fire off this Languish. I can't really just pass since they have too much pressure on the board as is. Hopefully they don't have a big spell here, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. Okay, find, sure. Get Gonti, sure. Treasure map pass. Take 2. What did they steal from me this time, I wonder? Oh, that's a good keep. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and counter the Trespasser then. It'd be really sad if they hit my dismiss though, in which I wouldn't actually be surprised if they did. So maybe if they just keep passing with 4 mana, I don't run into dismiss. I'm guessing they hit dismiss, that really sucks. So I think I'm just gonna activate the map here instead. Definitely don't want that. Mana value? That's really bad too, actually. We don't want that. Sure. So I'm gonna pass here. They're gonna hit me for 5. I'm gonna discover the formula. They're gonna dismiss it. And then I have to go for Epiphany plus nonsense. But it's like 99% dismiss. It's not? Well, hold up. Maybe I debated myself. See, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I can go Tezzeret into Epiphany. It still could be dismiss. And they're just waiting. Could definitely still be dismissed, and I'm getting baited here. Okay, it's not dismiss anymore. I take it back. Well, now we can do things. Let's go ahead and draw. It's not terrible. Main phase, the Behold. Well, there's my dismiss. So let's make a token this time.
This will keep an eye on.
Tap land, and I think we're just gonna pass. Hold up blockers and counter. They must have just hit a removal spell off of my deck with the Gonti. I don't know how many good ways I have to win the game anymore, though. They're not kicking it for some reason. Okay. They have, like, 3 removal spells? Alright, well, we can counter that one. Jump the Scrounger, go to 2. Obviously still need to draw something here. Oh, 9 cards left. I don't have a way to get back my Oracle, otherwise we would very easily win, I feel like. Okay. 6 cards left. That's pretty good. Crab. Mill. Make a creature.
I learned a few tricks on Kaladesh.
1 mana short of being able to command plus thief this turn. Only 6 cards left in my deck, but feed the swarm. So I think I need to keep the crab to win. So what I'm gonna do here is counter the feed. Or actually I can... Well, if they have another removal spell I would lose afterwards, so no, let's do that. Let's counter and kill Gonti. A singleton removal spell doesn't kill me, but it will make me chump with the crab or whatever. Six mana. They shocked themselves. What shenanigans is this? Agadeem's Awakening! Oh god. And I go to 1 life from the Trespasser trigger. Well... Now I need to find a way to deal with the Trespasser or we just die, and I don't even know if we have anything left in the deck. Oh, that doesn't do it. We just died to the Trespasser attacking now. Oh, maybe I needed to keep my Oracle, huh? That's too bad. Yeah, no way to get the Oracle back from my graveyard. Ah, good beats. Ah! I mean, I did also discard my Folio, but I don't think the yeah, it was discarding the Oracle that came back to bite me. Without a way to get my Oracle back from the graveyard. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Ah. Oh, you know what? Also, I played around Dismiss that one turn that I held up Discover and just used my treasure. And that might have also cost me, now that I think about it, right? Because if I go Discover... Well, I guess no. The Epiphany always costs 7 now from the Foretell. If I go Discover that end of turn into... Maybe there was a scenario where I could play like the... but then I'm also not flipping my map very quickly. But I could maybe play the... What's it called? The Thief of Sanity into Time Warp? Or into the Epiphany? Alright, on the draw here. Pretty good defensive hand. And against black-white. They can't cast History next turn. They can cast Eitherborn. They have a Null Priest of Oblivion in their hand, though. I'm just going to take the Gifted Eitherborn here and see if they decide to play out their 2-drop. They might still just play out Null Priest, or they might wait. That's fine. And let's hope that they don't find a white source in the next couple draws. Good. That means I can memory lapse their next play into potentially dismiss. Too many lands here for me, though. Oh, they didn't run it out this time. Okay, well, we'll just go crab into land, mill 3, hold up, dismiss. Wonder why they didn't Gonti last turn. Yep, I'm gonna counter that. Let's get our Planeswalker online. Go ahead and make a Thopter here. We can double block the Null Priests now since it has Menace. They drew a Fatal Push. Nicely done. Only one card left in their hand, though. Oh, and they're going to still go to my face. Okay. Let's make another Thopter, and I think we're going to go land, Thief, pass, holding up Royal. We can double block the Null Priest with the tokens. We can Royal our own Thief if they try to kill it. Happy to trade here. Good value for us, absolutely. Icing Fang, Frost Tyrant. It's a 4/3, Vigilance, blah blah blah, it dies. Okay, whatever. Bounce at end of turn so we can get a hit in with the Thief. See what's in their deck. That's really bad. I don't want to cast that, because if it dies, then they get it. Yikes. Map. Scry one before we decide if we want to draw or not. Yeah, we better just draw some cards. Good draw, okay. Our crab already died, right? So we can just keep running out lands. Pass. They're going back to my face. We will counter the Icing Fang, or Icing Death. Murderous Rider, my Thief. It's fine. Sure. We'll keep the Thirst. Ooh. 17 cards left in my deck. Okay. Keep drawing.
Let's see how you respond to genius.
5, 6, 7. Yep, let's pass. We are going to go for the Oracle win. Go to 6. They play Murderous Rider. They didn't play Murderous Rider. Flip our treasure map. That gives us 3 treasures. Now Tezzeret draws 2 cards.
I
So we can Epiphany. I think we do want to play out the land now. Get some birds, take another turn. Vraska's Contempt the Tezzeret now. Okay.
A cheap victory.
Sure. "12 cards left in deck. Discover 9 cards left in deck. Nine. I don't think I can quite win this turn, but it's close. Champion, go down to 7. It's gonna be 3 pips. No, we're gonna have to wait another turn. Maybe we don't need the treasures. Go down to 8, go down to 7. Oh man, it's really close to winning this turn though. I guess we'll see what champion hits first. Seven cards. Okay, let's just pass. If they draw like a discard effect, I guess I lose. So let's hope they don't draw like a Thoughtseize or something silly. Pass. Alright, that should do her. Four cards left in deck. Now we play the folio. Land. One, two, three, four. Each player draw. Oh, wait. They could potentially draw an instant here and kill me, right? 7. So it's better to actually champion here. Go to 0. And then play the Oracle and hold up Silumgar's command. There we go. We did it! Ah. Name of the game, survive long enough to draw your deck. Ah. Yeah, I don't know if this deck is good, but it's fun, question mark? I don't know. It's a little bit too all over the place. I think even if we had tutelage, the deck wouldn't be anything amazing. But it's fun. Good looking hand here. Gonna go ahead and play out the Vision as a tap land turn 1. Foretell Behold turn 2, Thief turn 3. And I guess hope that the Thief doesn't get killed. Versus a green-white deck? Ooh, we could just hold up Memory Lapse here instead. No. We do want to get Behold online. Oh, they are playing more colors. Alright, let's go. Now we have the combo of Memory Lapse plus Thief. If we Memory Lapse something, we can steal it with the Thief on the following turn. Thief of Sanity is one of those grown check cards, right? Your opponent plays it and you're like, oh god. If you don't have a way to kill it, it's just like, come on. So now the question is, do you have a way to kill it, OP? That doesn't kill it. Nice. All right, let's smash in. I would like to take the Great Henge. Play land, kill the ramp card. Pass with Behold and with Memory Lapse open. Maybe Rishkar was better at the end of the day, but Henge is more fun. Old Rutstain. Do I care about that? No, it mills them out faster. It does give them value, but it mills them out faster. Jasper's Sentinel has reach, but that doesn't. We let that resolve. Guess we just want lands here. I'm actually going to keep the folio, but we're probably not going to play it out for a little bit. Alright, let's smash in for 2 again. I'm okay with them jumping just to stop a trigger. That's fine by me. Epiphany. Okay, I guess we'll discard the folio. I mean, I have Epiphany with it too. I don't like, or I don't love discarding Languish, but I think it's probably fine. I guess I'll just do Languish and land. I don't know about this though. It's a little bit awkward. Vorinclex. Alright, we can lapse that. They can redraw that if they want to with the treasure and the blood token, so I don't get it. Yep, looks like they are. Discards Abundant Harvest. Let's go ahead and smash. Llanowar Elves, sure. So, what's the plan here? Tezzeret just insta-dies to Vorinclex, basically. So let's foretell. Elf. Folio. Land. Pass. Milda Renin 7. 16 cards left. Assuming they're just going to run out their Vorinclex again. Yeah, that's fine. Goose as well to prevent a turn, sure. Alright, so let's smash in the air for 2. Let's see if they block with the goose. Okay, they are. It's good. Now we get to Epiphany, do it again. We're gonna leave the birds back. We're planning on killing them with mill and not damage. Good hits. Now we can go... I guess we'd rather go crab. land. 10 cards left in their deck. Now play Henge. So I couldn't play Henge and then play Crab. Eight cards left. The Great Henge here is just a glorified way for us to gain a bunch of life. Funny. Well, Groan Test was successful. This Thief of Sanity has stayed on the battlefield since I cast it on turn 3. Now remember, with Inscription and the Vorinclex, instead of 2 1/1 counters, oh god. Wow, that's a rip. They can immediately ultimate Vivian? Shoot. Okay, that was a really good draw for them. Damn, what a draw. Right. So I'm going to take 8, I'm going to go to 4. We can just kill them next turn though, I believe. They don't have reach, yeah, so we get to attack with the Thief. It's into 7 cards. Right, and then we just win with the Folio. Yeah, so we can pause on their upkeep, end turn. Rutstein triggers. They go to 3 cards in their deck. Each player draws 4 cards. Got him. I could have done it for 3 as well, but we were still holding up into the Royal. Ooh, yeah. 3 and 2? Is that running better than expected or running about as expected? I don't think it's running less than expected. I think getting to 4 wins with this would be the sweet spot for me. I think I'd be pretty happy with that. I mean, I was saying earlier tutelage wouldn't have made the deck that much better, but in any game that I drew it, the tutelage would probably win, given how many cards that this deck does draw. Because Ruin Crab and especially Thief of Sanity just aren't super reliable mill conditions, whereas tutelage, the way tutelage reads, it's just whenever you draw a card the opponent mills to, right? And then when it enters, it loots. I think that's what it does, right? So just by product of drawing cards, the tutelage mills the opponent, whereas, you know, Crab, you have to play a land, you don't always have a land. Thief, you have to hit the opponent, which obviously that's even less likely of a thing too. I'm upset somebody took my Ashiok and somebody took my tutelage. I think I made the correct decisions during the draft, but... Alright, we are going to keep this and hope to draw a little bit of early interaction, I guess. That or hope that we're playing against another slower deck. This is a good hand for trying to win with Oracle. Opening hand, already considering winning with Oracle. Fabled Passage. The green source. Ooh, map was a good draw. I guess we're just gonna draw naturally. Go away. Yeah, I guess we're gonna main phase this Thirst for Discovery then. Did not draw a basic, yikes. Definitely just gonna discard the Arena. Can I afford to discard the Oracle? I guess I'll discard Vision. The last time I discarded Oracle, we regretted it heavily, right? Sucks, we didn't have a basic to discard there, so we had to discard 2 cards. A lot of people make this mistake of casting. Well, what they should be doing here is drawing with Stowaway first to give them the most information. I mean, it's possible that Spring would have been their best card to cast anyways, but who knows, right? Alright, let's go ahead and scry on upkeep. Keep a land, that's fine. Oh, this is where things get sad though, because we're just letting them draw an extra card. Now, that's not awful if we're trying to win with the mill, but we're not right now. We're just going to get beat down by the wolf. That's going to give them so much card advantage. I have a lot of cheap removal. I just need to find it. Ah, it's just like having a fatal push or in my Infernal Grasp, and I don't think we'd be... I mean, it's just the wolf is... We're gonna lose that wolf, is what I'm saying. Definitely just losing to the Wolfie. Probably doesn't matter what they cast there. It's good. Alright, let's just fire that off on the wolf right now while they're tapped out, basically. So we are giving them a turn to do something. But now we have a pretty good lineup of cards. Best case scenario, they just randomly cast Spring. No! They're gonna kill the map. Damn it. And just like that, that's really bad. Oh, man. Ah! We really needed that. Gonna lose to the Vivian value now, too. Okay, I'm gonna cast this now that they're tapped out fully. Sure. So I need to find like Silumgar's command.
I've seen things that would break someone like you.
Ugh, losing that map. Painful. What was my other option that turn? I guess just letting them get another hit with the Wayfarer. And then I would have been able to dismiss the Vivian. Maybe that was better. Oh, yikes. Malevolent Hermit, too. Sheesh. Another bad one for me. I think we have to feed the swarm on their sailor, though. Otherwise, they're going to start drawing extra cards with that. Yep. We can take a Pixie. Seagate Stormcaller. Celestis. Primal Command. Turn Timber. I guess let's take Celestis. And now we kind of just have to pass here. Hold up memory lapse, because we can pay through a Hermit. Because I assume they're going to go for Primal Command this turn.
Meet my newest friend.
Damn, without that Hermit, we'd be in really good shape. What's it gonna be? I think our odds of winning this game are very, very low. We're gonna go for Stormcaller? Okay. So do they draw something that costs 2 or less? Because that doesn't copy like Primal Command, if that's what they're thinking. Oh, they did. Okay. Wow. So I need to draw like land and languish. I guess we're going to cast Behold here and let them counter it if they have it. So not if they have it, if they want to. Because they, of course they can. And they might think this is just bait. It kind of is. Because next turn they can like, oh, they didn't. Okay. I think we're supposed to keep 1 land. We need to find languish though. Not good. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, I guess the command next turn can kill the Vivian and blow up one of their lands or whatever. Yeah, we're still pretty dead.
Balance comes.
Gear Hulk. And they have the spring or whatever in their hand, or graveyard. Take 5, go to 6. They might just pass with, yeah, with Gear Hulk. I like that play. Huh. Did not expect them to just cast that out. Okay. And we can pay for the 3 through the Hermit. Although I cannot pay on my next turn, so if they try to Primal Command or something, I won't be able to. But we probably just need to force the action if they do. Like next turn, if they cast something big, I probably just have to go for like Dismiss or whatever. And then let them counter it to get rid of the Hermit, so that I can resolve Tezzeret or, you know. But yeah, they have way too many big cards that we know about in their hand, so... we're probably shooting like 3%er. Where did that number come from? I don't know, but that sounds good. Ah. Okay, well, I can go for Dismiss and force them to Hermit. And then I won't die. But I will go to 2. Okay. So I'm not dead. Can't win, but not dead. We go Tezzeret, make a token, hold up Memory Lapse, and hope something works out. Alright, they are playing the turn Timber as land and have a Foretell.
A master builds with ease.
Alright. Cast your Epiphany and I will concede. Just cast it. Let me scoop! Alright, GG's. Yeah, this wasn't the best deck. I tried to do some mill things. I'm glad we got to do a little bit of it. We did mill out, what, at least one opponent, and we did win with Oracle one time as well, but wasn't the bee's knees. Somebody else was cutting me off on the mill cards, so we ended up with like a half-breed deck. Kind of like a control and mill deck. So this is the one archetype, I think, or maybe there's a few more, but if you watched yesterday's video where I forced the red-black sacrifice deck, that was a deck that worked out because you can still just draft good red and black cards, whereas a dedicated theme like mill, if somebody else is taking your Ashiok and somebody else is taking your tutelage, you know, that maybe they took patient rebuilding or whatever as well, this type of force strategy is going to be a lot worse when there are multiple people fighting for it. That being said, if nobody else is in that lane and you force it, you are going to get so many good rewards. You're going to end up with a fantastic deck, but this is another forced archetype. Yeah, maybe we'll continue doing this theme for the Arena Cube, a couple more aggro forced decks in the future, but thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and we'll see you back tomorrow.